Hey, hello, hi, and what is up, everybody? Welcome to the Sobe Life Skoolie channel. I'm Robert Sobe. This is my school bus, and it is good to be back. I tell you what, I'm COVID-free. I shaved my mustache for the occasion. Just kind of like feel like I just like shed a bunch of just icky stuff from my body, and just wanted to clear face as well, I guess. And we are back here at the bus. It is kind of late in the afternoon, like almost 4 p.m. I kind of slept in, but we were going to cut some wood today. I was dead set on cutting some lumber, but I don't know if you can hear that, but you can definitely see it here. It is raining, and it just out of nowhere. That's Colorado for you. So we're gonna go in there, take a look at what I left. It's been a while. I mean, I just saw the footage, but I haven't been in the bus in, man, almost a month, and it's really sad, and I just need to go in there and see it. And then I think we're gonna go shopping for a new reciprocating saw, because my roommate, whom I've been borrowing his reciprocating saw, he needs it back, and it's been a good tool, but I think it's time to get my own, maybe a battery-powered one. We'll see. So I think since it's raining, that's what we're gonna do today. Maybe come up with some plan for what's next when I come back here tomorrow. So let's get out there. I just have to say, there's nothing quite like the sound of rain on the bus. Even with the insulation, it kind of adds this, like, density to the sound. I can't wait to sleep in here and just listen to that. Alright, well, you know what they say about Colorado. If you don't like the weather, wait 5 minutes. It stopped raining, but behind me, that is more rain coming, I think. I'm still waiting on my roommate to reply to me. He asked me for the Jigsaw back before I got COVID, and now that I am COVID-free, I can deliver it, but I asked again, do you still need it? But I think I'm just going to go to the store anyways, and just go get one. Just because I don't want to have to keep relying on him. And yeah, we'll see what we do when we get back. Alright guys, well, I did get back from the hardware store, and I picked up our tool here, but it's raining quite hard again. So I think what I'm going to do is something kind of different, and we're going to do an unboxing of this. I'll show you guys what comes with the Jigsaw. I'm sure it's just the Jigsaw, and I'll kind of talk to you guys about why I like these Dewalt tools. So yeah, let me set this up, and I'll film me opening this up. Setting it up. Alright, hello and welcome to Robert Sobe's Rainy Day Review. Today we are unboxing a Dewalt Jigsaw DC-S334B. This is just the Jigsaw, the cordless Jigsaw that I picked up from the Lowe's down my street because I need to replace the current corded one that I've been using and borrowing from my friend. So, before I open this, I just want to say a few things about Dewalt tools. So, you guys have seen in my videos, I have quite a few Dewalt tools. Now, why did I choose Dewalt? Well, honestly, Dewalt is a brand that my father likes a lot, and that maybe has played into it a little bit. But also, I've used them before. I held them in my hand at the hardware store, and they're generally pretty durable, and they're not super expensive. I picked this guy up for 200 bucks, and I'm sure I'm going to be very happy with this tool. Also, what I love about these is the battery life is pretty good. These all use their 20-volt lithium-ion batteries, and I've got a couple that are 2 amp hour. Those fancy ones have these buttons that you can see the light for the amount of power. And I've also got a couple 1.5 amp hour, I believe is what these are. 1.3 amp hour, and these ones are just smaller. I put them on stuff that doesn't need as much juice. But anyways, let's get to opening this up. Do I need to cut anything else? No, it doesn't look like it. Alright, we got a manual. And a jigsaw. And some cardboard. Okay, so that's all we got. I did buy the one without the batteries just because I already own batteries. And, oh, look at that. It actually did come with one blade. I am surprised about that. So we've got a blade, and we've got a little plastic piece, and I'm not sure what that is. Alright, so here's the tool. It feels pretty good. It's got some weight to it. I can definitely tell it's, I don't know, made of solid materials. But most of my Dewalt tools have the same feeling. And then here's the blade and this weird plastic part that I've never seen before. Looks like it came with just a plain old wood bit, I guess, or I'm not sure if bit is the right word for a saw blade, but blade. Okay, so I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's this part right here that opens as I flip that. And yeah, so if I've got this right, we will take the blade out of the plastic, and I guess we'll typically be orienting it like so. And then, I don't know if you guys can see this, we will open it up, slide the blade in, and close it up. And wow, that feels great. That looks great too. Yeah. Okay. Now what's the deal with this thing? Give me a minute, I'll try and figure that out. I will also say on here that Dewalt comes with a 3-year warranty on all their tools, and that all of my tools have lasted that long at least, so anti-splinter insert. Should be used when trying to minimize tear out, especially when cutting laminate or finished surfaces. Installed into the Nomar shoe cover. So, it's got this shoe cover. Wow, I've never seen that before. That's pretty interesting. And it appears that this just pops in there. I'm not really sure. Is that right? That doesn't feel right. I want to say that's it, but it's kind of wibbly, wobbly. Like, is that really what it's just meant to sit there? Now, what is this for? It says anti-maw? No maw shoe cover. when cutting surfaces that scratch easily. I see. So it's just like a smooth surface to put on the saw to prevent it from scratching the surface you're cutting. Very interesting. So it also appears that you can change the angle of your cut, and I'm struggling to figure out how. I'm thinking it's this, but I can't angle it. Shoe bell lever to 8. Slide the shoe forward to release it. Oh, I see. Okay, so it goes into this locked position, and then if I slide it forward... Ah, oh, look at that. And we got a couple different settings. Probably 45 and 15 degrees, so 15, 30, 45 degrees. Oh, that's nice. I wonder how accurate that is. There seems to be a little bit of give there. But that's pretty sweet. And then you slide it back to lock it, and then you lock it into place. Wow, that's pretty cool. That's awesome. That's really awesome. And again, we got our standard press that to lock it, press it with your index to unlock it. We've got a speed setting here, which is pretty standard with these things. 7 appears to be the highest. That's kind of weird. Anyways, let's try and make a cut. Let's make a weird cut and see how it feels. All right, let's go see if I can be outside. And you know what? I think it might be safe. Although I don't know. You can see the mountain there, shrouded in a mist. Well, and I think that is the storm that just rolled over. You know what? I'm gonna risk it. Let's set up the sawhorses out here and try and cut some wood. Okay, so as always, you want to make sure you secure your piece. You know, clamp it down to whatever you're working. Do it as close to where you're making your cut as possible so it doesn't shift around a lot. And we're just going to cut a few funky pieces on here and test out this new jigsaw with the blade it came with. And first, we're just going to cut a 45-degree cut off of this board. So, let's see if I can line this up. There's our line. Got a fresh battery. Wow, the response on that is incredible. Okay, let's see how this puppy feels. Well, I don't know if you were able to see it in the video, but during that cut, there was a lot of this blowout. So I'm gonna see if I can figure out that that plastic tool, put it on here, and try and make another cut and see if it helps or if it gets caught on the blade or what. All right. Whenever doing anything with one of these, I'm just gonna disconnect the power so I don't accidentally cut myself. And I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong here. Is it like that? That's got to be it. All right. Let's try and make another cut. Okay. We're just going to cut right along this with the anti-splinter on, and we're going to see if it does any better. Actually, I don't know if you guys can see this. Let me see if I can get it a little closer here. Alright, that's about as close as I can get it. Man, that's gonna be tough. But okay, so I think that's enough of that review here. We're gonna start cutting some actual wood for the ceiling. But yeah, we're gonna do some of this curve and get these holes hopefully cut for the lights. If we get that far, let's get to it. Alright, so I've been at it for a couple hours, and here's what I've accomplished. Unfortunately, I've had to cut this piece into strips to conform with the curve, and it looks okay. One problem I'm having is the studs underneath don't line up perfectly, so this side's kind of funky. Also, you can see here, this one cracked because there's a nice knot and it went right through the piece. Luckily that was like this one is just sitting on a stud so I could screw it wherever. So I was able to keep the same piece and just screw it in. Now, the same thing happened here. You can't see it, but where's the piece? There's a big chunk somewhere that, here it is, that, you can see that there was that knot right there. This lines up with that knot, and it broke off because the knot is a weak point. And so I had to cut it short. So it's going to be a little funky when I get to this point, but it shouldn't be that difficult. Now I am going to call it quits for today because it's supposed to rain again, and I just don't want to be caught out in it. But tomorrow we will tackle this and hopefully get the lights in their proper homes. And once the lights are in their homes, then we can really get the ceiling done in here. And things are going to start looking good. Hey everyone, I just rode the bike here. It's a beautiful day. Time to get some work done. So I was thinking about this, and the more I thought about it, the more I thought, I think I just want to take it down and redo it. Just because this board was of low quality, it kept breaking, and I'm just not happy with how it looks. So today we're going to tackle that, at least to start. Okay, well, I replaced these boards, and there are some gaps and some, you can see the lines, but perfection is the biggest enemy to progress, so I will just have to continue onward with this. So my next step now is, what am I doing with these lights? And they don't seem to have quite enough reach. I'd like to have them up as close to this stud as possible, maybe even under the stud. So I'm going to remove these bad boys, and we're going to extend these wires. give myself another 4 inches or so I can put the lights farther up. So I'll get that done, and then I can like actually start finishing up the ceiling. It will be, I cannot wait to see it. Okay, so look at that, and we'll flip the switch here. Nice. And then we got these 3 on this switch here. Nice. And if you got a good eye, you'll notice that these 2 are farther apart than these 2, but that is because this corner I foresee being the darkest corner of the kitchen, so... But overall, I'm very happy with that. And now I can just start putting pieces up without worrying about any special cuts, so... Let's get to the middle here. Well, you know, there are some imperfections, but it's mine, and that's what matters. And just look at that. It is coming together. This is coming together. And I cannot wait to see what it looks like when it's close to done. Like, you think this looks close, but... it feels different in here, it sounds different in here, it's amazing, and I'm so happy. Alright, what is up, everybody? I am back here on another day, and I rode my bike here. I sat down and kind of let my heart rate drop, and just looked around and decided what I'm gonna do today, and I think I want to tackle this wall, covering it with plywood. So it's the wall where the fridge will sit, and we're just going to put one big sheet of plywood. Now the hardest part is going to be this curve. So I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to tackle this. I'm just going to start drawing it up, and I think the best way to do it is the way I did a previous closet, which will be, I'll take this this big piece of cardboard, and I will try and draw the curve myself, and I'll show you the process. But yeah, that's what's going on today. It's a beautiful sunny day, so let's get to work. Okay, I'm not sure how much of that the time-lapse caught, the GoPro, which I've still got going there. But, so you take a piece of cardboard, you kind of draw out the curve, and then you place it up here, up against... It's kind of hard to hold the camera while I do this. Up against your curve, and then you take a pencil or a pen, and you drag it along the edge So it draws a line, and then you cut off the line, and you just keep doing that until you get closer and closer to your curve. Now this is going to be good enough for me. This corner is not going to be super visible. There's going to be a fridge in this corner and maybe even a shelf or something up here. So now I have to cut the piece of plywood and make sure I get this stencil in the right spot and cut it to be the correct shape. So let's get to it. Alright, we got the piece cut out here, and this is the moment of truth. Before I try and put it in here, I just want to say I have learned from my mistakes, and I did not cut inside the line or on the line. I kind of cut outside the line because it's easier to remove stuff than it is to replace stuff. Once I cut the board, you can't add wood to it. So let's see if my stencil did a good job. Well, okay, hang on. Let's get past this one. You know what? That's pretty damn good. Now, I will show you one minor imperfection with this wall that I'm not going to worry about. And that would be, I'm just going to take the camera here. Right here, there is a gap, a pretty substantial one. However, it's a gap that won't be seen, and I don't really care. So yeah, time to install this piece of ply. And man, I'm pretty proud of that. That looks really good. Hey everyone, Editor Rob here, and I'm just going to go ahead and end the video where I am. I got a little sidetracked from the bus, haven't been there for a little bit, and I realized that my promise to release a video a week I have failed to keep my promise again, so I just need to get this out. Just a little bit of context, it's my birthday week, so I've been spending a lot of time with family. It's also, we're dealing with a heat wave here in Colorado, and I got some sunburn the other day, and I just don't want to be in the sun right now because it's just really, really bad, and working on the bus in a parking lot is just god-awful hot. So, I'm kind of waiting for another few days for the heat to dissipate and kind of cool down. There's actually a UV warning in Colorado for like the last few days. It says like beware of getting too much sun, like you can really hurt yourself. So that's my update, and thanks for watching, and if you watched all of this, I really appreciate it. And yeah, anyways, I'll do my best to get the next one out next week, and in the meantime, see ya. Make sure to like and subscribe or whatever if you want.
Say bye, Pokey. Bye, Pokey. What are you doing?